Is on the air, bringing you the best student-produced educational, entertaining, and informative programming. Broadcasting out of Breckenridge Hall on the campus of Morehead State University, MSU-TV is signing on.
I will not spin plates to make everyone happy.
I will not duck to avoid hitting the glass ceiling.
I will not stay in a small box where I cannot control my life.
I will not just stand on the sidelines and cheer the team on.
I will not carry ancestral baggage, fearful that if I lay down, there will be no purpose in my life.
I will not do something well that doesn't make me happy.
I will not speak so softly that my voice is not heard.
I will not sit at home while others experience the world.
I will not wear masks to avoid being seen fully or upsetting others.
I will not convince myself that tomorrow will suffice when it comes to following my bliss.
I will not play follow the leader unless I am the leader.
Follow your bliss.
Welcome to Hear Me Roar. I'm your host, Alexis Matthews. Stay tuned after the break for a chat with Suicide Prevention Coordinator Tara Holliday. Welcome back. Today we have Tara Holliday, a Suicide Prevention Coordinator with us. So Tara, could you, first of all, thanks for being here. Could you explain what your position is with the Counseling Center?
Absolutely, and thanks Alexis for having me. I am the Suicide Prevention Coordinator on campus, and my position is fully grant funded, and it's a SAMHSA, a Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. Took me a long time to get that. Garrett Lee Smith Campus Suicide Prevention Grant, and we are currently the only university in Kentucky to have a suicide prevention grant. My role in the Counseling Center is not as a counselor, but someone who goes out in our community and teaches people what the warning signs are, how to talk to others about suicide, how to persuade them to get help, and then what those resources are for help. I'm also starting a broad-based wellness program because it's about prevention and making sure that people don't get to that stage where they're having suicidal thoughts. So I'm getting to go out and work with a lot of clubs, Greek organizations, just the whole student body, trying to bring everyone in and get behind emotional well-being and health.
Okay, could you, last week was National Suicide Prevention Week. Can you explain some of the activities that you had last week?
Yes, absolutely. We had a really great week. I was happy with how everything rolled out. It was a little bit unfortunate that it was so early on in the semester because we couldn't bring in as many people as we wanted to partner with us. But on Monday we had an open QPR session. So QPR sessions are those trainings that I was talking about where we teach people about the warning signs, how to question about suicide, persuade to help, and then give them the resource information. And on Tuesday we had tabling event where we had Lily, the therapy dog, out. She's a little Shih Tzu. She was really cute. The students loved her. And we also introduced our pledge, and I think we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the half. And so we were passing out resources, just letting everyone know about our program on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, we had a Chalk Out the Stigma event. Tri Sigma was great in leading that. We had lots of cool messages out in front of the ADUC area. And then Thursday, we had 105 chairs set out in the bottom floor of ADUC to represent the number of people in the U.S. who die each day by suicide. and a guest speaker to talk about her experiences with depression.
Okay. Stay tuned for after the break. We'll be back with more. Welcome back. We're chatting with Tara Holiday from the Counseling Center. Before the break, you mentioned the pledge that you're starting. Can you explain what that is?
Yes, our broad goal, if we were to sum up what we're trying to do on campus, is we're trying to create a community of compassion. And to get that rolling, to let students know that there are people out there who care, MSU students are ready to talk, will listen, and know the resources and warning signs. We've created this MSU for You pledge, and we're having students, we're telling students about the pledge first, and then we're having them take a picture with the pledge, and we're posting that on our Twitter page. And we really hope that we can get lots of followers because we've got lots of great events planned in the future, and we want all of Moorhead to know about those events. So,
okay. You said let people know about warning signs. What are some of those warning signs?
Well, one of the warning signs that people don't think about regularly is that people who are suicidal often say so. They'll tell at least one person in that week leading up to the suicide that they're thinking about suicide, either directly or indirectly. Also withdrawal, so moving away from friends. A big one is if you see someone gathering lethal means. So if they're stockpiling pills, if they've gotten access to a gun, a knife, that is a big indicator something needs to be done. Increased anger, anxiety, agitation, purposelessness, and hopelessness are other ones too.
Okay, thank you. I know you wanted to mention the graphics for your pledge or campaign or whatever word you would use. Did you want to talk about that?
Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit long-winded on things, but it's just because we're excited about the program. This is Kirsten Manship's design. We had a competition we really focused in on the design students and the art department. And Kirsten created this design, and we've got it on all of our products. We have quite a few, and so you'll be seeing these around campus. And please just, if you have any questions or you'd like to volunteer, please let me know. If you have any concerns, please go to the Counseling Center. This is a great time to get help because it's free, it's completely confidential. So seek help.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. Stay tuned after the break for more.
Claypool Young Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also host art pieces created by Moorhead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Claypool Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
Welcome back to the show. In one of my classes, it was my feature and documentary writing class with Dr. Andalaro, we had an assignment to write a poem about stress. The group that I was working with decided to use the urge to pee as a metaphor for stress, so check it out.
I'm stressed and I really have to pee. There's so much that depends on me. You gotta go when you gotta go. Just wait as you get older, you'll know. Everything is getting too much to bear. Old enough to know better, too young to care. We all wanted to grow up, but it just hit too fast. Still living our lives like we live in the past. Some things are out of control, like your bladder, but it isn't stopping us from climbing that ladder. Life is sometimes messy, it isn't always fun, but there is nothing that will keep us from this race that we run. When it rains, it pours, but it all works out in the end. Damn, why did I buy into this romper trend?
That video was so much fun to make, and I would like to thank Patrick Brumback for directing, filming, and editing it for us. We asked 20 students what their fears were. Here's what they answered.
I'm afraid of conforming to society, but I know it's okay to be different.
I'm April, and I worry I will not be successful, but if I keep progressing, I know I will reach an ultimate goal.
I'm Ryan. I fear stepping on a landmine, but I love open fields for exploration.
I'm Dre Newsom. I'm afraid of falling short of my goals. But even if I fall, I can only go up from there. I aim for the sky and come down with the stars.
My name's Ben. I'm afraid of helplessness. But if I prepare, I can help myself.
My name's Sam, and I'm afraid of disappointing people. But I know that I'm not in control of anyone but myself.
My name's Davida. I'm afraid I won't meet my own expectations and will wear myself out trying to get there. But I know God won't put more on me than I can handle, so I know He's got my back.
I'm Sarah. I'm worried that I won't be successful. But who determines success? I'm Sydney Boyd, and I'm scared of everything, but nothing's going to stop me and get in my way.
I'm Rachel. I'm afraid of failing, but it's important to never give up.
I'm Jamal Canty. I'm afraid of flying, but that doesn't stop me from touching the sky.
I'm Marky. I'm afraid of heights, but I have to get to the top somehow.
My name is James, and I'm afraid of growing old. But if I keep moving forward, then I will gain wisdom, and I will learn to take one day at a time.
I'm Chelsea, and I'm afraid of falling, but the view from the top is awesome.
I'm Chris. I'm afraid of failure, but I'm proud of all that I've accomplished and will accomplish.
My name is Dustin. I'm afraid of my destructive power, so I'll use it for something positive instead.
I'm afraid of not being happy, but happiness is what you make it.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee. I'm afraid of umbrellas. I love the rain so much.
My name is Brandon Turner. I'm afraid of not having anything to do, so I will make something for myself.
Thank you to everybody who participated in the making of that. We'll be back after the break with more.
Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
I have always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Welcome back to Hear Me Roar. Earlier in the semester, Dr. Andalaro's classes were had a visit from Sarah Crockett, a singer-songwriter from Northern Ireland. They sat down and they made an interview with her and also a music video. Here it is.
I don't tie the laces in my shoes just 'cause I think it looks cool, and it helped me fall right into you. This is the life. This is the life I choose to lead. It's you I like, the sun is high, I'm feeling fine, so fine. No, this is the life I choose to lead. I'm asking you to come with me. Spontaneity is something that you'll find in me. Follow my heart over my head. Don't give a damn, it's who I am. I'll dye my hair, who's gonna care? Whether it's pink or brown or green. This is a life. This is the life I choose to lead. It's you I like, the sun is high. Fine, so fine. No, there's a life I choose to lead. I'm asking you to come with me. To live a life with no regrets is to never know what's coming next. And all these little things I do seem unconnected, but they somehow led me close to you. This is the life. This is the life I choose to lead. It's you I like, the sun is high, I'm feeling fine, so fine. No, there's a life I choose to lead. I'm asking you to come with. This is the life. Come with me. This is the life I choose to lead. Come with me. This is the life. Come with me. This is the life I choose to lead.
Welcome. We are very lucky today to have with us Sarah Crockett, all the way from Northern Ireland. First of all, for everybody out there, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, well, I'm 22 years old. I'm from a town called Ballymena in Northern Ireland, as you said, and I'm currently studying dentistry at Queen's University Belfast. I'll be qualified next year, but in my spare time, what I really love doing is writing and performing my own music, and that is country music.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Who played all the instruments in your song?
Well, whenever I perform live, I play the guitar and I can play keyboard as well. But whenever we were in the studio, the producer actually played a lot of instruments. So he played the guitar and it sounds like a banjo, but it's actually a 6-string banjo. So it's kind of like a cheater's banjo. It's called a ganjo. That's what I call it anyway. And the session musicians that we got in were fiddle and pedal steel. And it just all came together really well. I was actually in Nashville while some of it was being recorded, so I was really excited to get home and hear what the final product was whenever I returned home.
Whenever you're starting to write your own music, is there like a special way you kind of flow into your chord progressions, or like how do you like go about starting to write music?
It's different every single time. Sometimes it could just be a light bulb moment when you're eating your dinner or in the shower, and you have to write it down as quick as you can so that you don't forget it and you come back to it at a time of inspiration. But it could be maybe whenever I'm playing the guitar, I just play a nice riff or a chord progression and a melody comes from there. But a lot of the time actually melody comes first for me because I'm maybe humming something and then it all just comes from there. It's different every single time.
How did you get the opportunity to start recording in the studio?
Well, actually, whenever I was 17, I was in a rock band. I fronted a rock band that was so far removed from what I'm doing now. I like headbanged and everything. It was very, very strange. But yeah, the producer that we used back then, he had just bought a studio. I think he's from America as well. I know he's from America as well. And he came over to Northern Ireland, so he was just starting out. So he gave us a good rate and everything, and we got friendly with him. And then whenever I came to do my own music, years down the line now, I was still friendly with him, so he helped me out, and that's what we came up with.
Is this your first time in America?
This isn't my first time in America. I was actually lucky enough to spend 6 weeks in Nashville last summer. I actually had 2 trips. The first trip to Nashville last summer was thanks to a music festival that runs in Belfast called the Belfast Nashville Songwriters Festival. And in February they gave me the opportunity to open for Nanci Griffith whenever she was in Belfast. They take 4 artists from Belfast out to Nashville to showcase them every summer, and I was one of the lucky 4. We got to play in the Bluebird Cafe, live on WSM radio, and meet industry professionals and just learn how the industry works. And then whenever I went back myself, I made a lot of contacts that way. So then I went back a month later for 6 weeks, and I didn't really have much of a game plan then. I just kind of flew by the seat of my pants, is that what you said earlier? But yeah, so went to different venues and things. Was like, hey, I'm only here for 6 weeks. Is there any chance I could play? And then a lot of the time, because they knew I was only there for a short period of time, they gave me a chance. So got to play lots of places and meet different writers and write with people and learn a lot. And I feel that my songwriting has improved significantly since I've come home because of everything that I experienced when I was there.
What do you like about America?
The food is really good. It's too good. Well, the weather actually, it's been kind of raining, but it's been really warm. You don't get that at home. And it's just a great experience every time I come. So thank you for having me in your country.
Again, we want to thank you so much for being here today. It's really interesting to hear your story, and it was really a great honor for you to be with us just for this short period of time.
Thank you very much. The pleasure's mine.
Okay. Thank you. That was nice. You did a great job.
We'd like to thank Sarah Crockett for visiting with us again, and stay tuned after the commercial for a chat with Sydney Boyd, a student here at MSU.
Addison, why are you dressed up like that?
Because you're in a dream, John.
How can you prove that?
Your body's still there.
What?
Wake up and smell the coffee. Java City.
Welcome back. I'm here with Sydney Boyd, a co-host of MSU TV's What's Up. Sydney, you're here today to talk to us about your own anxiety.
Yes.
Could you explain your anxiety? Because I know everybody's anxiety is different. So how is yours?
Well, I have panic disorders, so like panic attacks, and it's different. It just happens like randomly, like you don't have any warning. You don't have to have a reason to have a panic attack. I could be just sitting in my room and have a panic attack, or taking a shower and having one. So yeah, it usually occurs in teens and early adults, but I found out that I had mine at a young age. So yeah.
How young? Like what happened to show that or when you realized that you had it?
Well, I was actually at daycare, and I just randomly started just falling out on the floor, and they were like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was just like, "Something's going on with me. I don't know what's going on with me." So they called my parents, and they took me to the hospital, and they did tests on me, and then they told me that I needed to go to Pathways, and that's when they diagnosed me with panic attacks or panic disorder. So they put me on medicine, and then like I didn't really need to be on medicine. Mm-hmm. So my parents kind of like winged me off from it, because it was actually, I feel like it was making me depressed. Yeah. Like
no child wants to be put on medicine at a young age.
Yeah. How does it affect your life?
It doesn't really affect my life. Sometimes when I'm driving, or when other people's driving, when they're driving recklessly, I'll have a panic attack then. But I don't show it on the outside. I just show it on, it's inside I'm dying. But outside I'm perfectly fine. I could just be sitting here with a smile on my face. Yeah, and you wouldn't even know I was having a panic attack.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back after the break to talk to Sydney more.
Claypool Young Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also host art pieces created by Morehead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Claypool Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
Welcome back. Before the break, we were chatting with Sydney Boyd about her anxiety. I wanted to ask you how you deal with these panic attacks that you have.
Well, there's not really a way I can deal with them. I just have to live with it. So I just do my breathing exercises like they taught me when I was younger, and that's really about it. I just deal with it.
I mentioned earlier that you're a co-host on What's Up.
Yes.
Does working in front of the camera affect it at all?
No, not really. I don't get nervous in front of the camera. I just get, my heart will pound because, everybody gets that little feeling. But I don't get nervous in front of the camera or people. I don't know, it could just hit me like that. Mm-hmm. My uncle passed away last semester, a few days before my birthday, and I had the biggest panic attack that I've had in a while. So yeah, I dealt with it because I just didn't want to show it, but yeah, I kind of just held it in. So
I wanted to mention, because there's a lot of people who don't understand that anxiety is a real issue.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's just normal,
yeah.
Or that it's not as bad as what people with anxiety lead it on to be. How do you deal with that? Have you ever had anybody tell you just to, man up and deal with it or whatever?
When I was younger, I don't know, some of my, I remember one time I was in class and I was having a panic attack, and it was really when I was young, and I just found out I got diagnosed with a panic disorder, and one of my teachers just kind of were just like, oh, you'll be okay. So I was sitting in class suffering, having a panic attack, and I couldn't go out or anything, go out in the hallway, walk up and down the hallway or anything. So yeah, I've had a teacher tell me I need to man up, but other than that, no. Some people do take it serious, and some people, really feel your pain, but yeah.
Because I know that I've experienced that a lot myself. People have been like, oh, well, you're not not nervous.
Yeah.
You don't look like it.
Yeah. And you can also cover it up. I cover it up. I always walk around with a smile on my face, so you just don't really know.
Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
If you have anxiety or any other issue you would like to talk to somebody about, call the Health and Counseling Center, and stay tuned next week for I'm floundering here, for our show on body positivity, and we'll see you then.